So what we're gonna be doing today, man, is basically we're gonna take Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, and we're gonna try to find a way to trade them on the Oklahoma City Thunder without getting rid of Paul George, Carmelo Anthony, and Russell Westbrook. So we're gonna see if we could build this, like, I don't even know what to call it. Probably the best starting five of all time. I'm just gonna put it out there, and we're gonna see how well they play together and if they could beat the Warriors. One thing I do have to do though is I have to override the trade. So obviously this is not a trade that the Pelicans would just make just to make it, you know what I'm saying? So basically we're gonna have to override that trade. But first thing we're gonna do though is make sure it's a possible trade that can be made. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna go through the regular season and into the playoffs and see how well this starting five can play. Let's jump into it. So as you guys can clearly see, we found a way to get Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins on the Thunder. So we had to trade Steven Adams, Andre Roberson, and Patrick Patterson. And money-wise, that's a perfect fit. You know, both of those players can go to the Thunder. Even, I mean, if I was Pelicans, I almost said the Hornets. If I was the New Orleans Pelicans, I wouldn't do this trade, but the way this Thunder GM has been, you know, making moves and just working other GMs, he finds a way to get some pretty interesting players and without giving that much up. So let's just say in this scenario, somehow Sam Presti found a way to get these two guys on the Thunder. I think they could be the best starting five of all time, in my personal opinion, if you just look at every player 1 through 5. But let's see how they do throughout the season. We're gonna sim all the games. If these guys can find a way to work together, put together a solid season, and somehow, well, not somehow, they should win a championship. That's gonna be a very interesting scenario because as you guys see, money-wise and player-wise, well, not talent-wise, this is a doable trade and this is something that could possibly happen. So let's go ahead and start the season up and see how well this OKC team plays together. And now I'm just looking over, you know, some of the things as far as like coaching, game plan, and things like that. System proficiency, that's kind of a hard word to say. I found a way, or well, either way I was gonna put all those guys on the court together, but it seems like they play their best when they have a balanced system. Obviously Anthony Davis is gonna be the center, or DeMarcus Cousins is gonna be the center. Anthony Davis is gonna be the power forward. And then Melo and Paul George line up on the wings with Westbrook. We're gonna do a balanced coaching system, and then we're gonna see how well they play out. I'm not gonna do too much in between the seasons. This is a starting five that I have, and I'm gonna make sure they stick together or stick through it no matter what. If they lose a lot, then we know this is an experiment that might not work. And if they win a lot, then we already know what's going down. So now is the most important part, the simming part. We're just gonna go a whole month straight. We're gonna go all the way to November 25th. Hopefully by Christmas Day, they figure out some kind of way. We'll do that once we get to December 25th. And by that time, we'll have a pretty good idea of what our team's gonna be looking like and how dominant we really are. So they're starting out 3-0, 4-0. As expected, they lose their first game to the Wolves, but look at that game. It's a high-scoring game. They beat the Bucks. They're doing a lot of scoring. So one thing they're definitely not worried about is scoring. They're scoring over 100 points a game, almost every single game, and they've scored over 130 twice. So that lets you know what's the kind of damage they're doing to other teams. We're gonna go ahead and look over this team stats overall, and then we're gonna go ahead and go straight to All-Star break. So looking at our team stats so far to start off the beginning of the season. Westbrook's averaging 19 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, so he's doing exactly what I thought he would do. DeMarcus Cousins, surprisingly only averaging 1 more rebound than Westbrook. That's a surprise. But he's averaging just about 4 assists, so he's making plays. Let's see the field goal percentage. 47%. All of them are shooting about 47, 49%, except for Anthony Davis shooting over 50. So he's the best shooter. I think in this was to happen, he would benefit the most out of everybody, you know, as far as stats wise, as far as looking good, everything like that. Let's see how well they can finish out the rest of this first half of the season. I'm hoping they climb all the way back up to #1 for the conference. I mean, they're that talented, that good of a team. And I mean, the first month, maybe they were just trying to figure out, but they're finally getting on a good run, getting W's, building up confidence. And look, against the Lakers right there, 140 points in the entire game. That's ridiculous. I would imagine each of them dropping 25 at least in that game. Matter of fact, I kind of want to check out that game. How did they do that? DeMarcus Cousins dropping 40, Westbrook 29, Paul George 23, and Melo 21. Makes perfect sense. If you got these guys, these caliber guys shooting like this and playing like this, Who's gonna stop him? I mean, Melo's 4 for 6 from 3-point line. Westbrook's 5 for 5. They're probably getting wide open looks. All right, so we're at 40 and 19 at the All-Star break. Not bad. We're third in the conference. Let's see how well the Warriors are playing since, you know, this whole team was put together just to beat those guys. So the Warriors got a 51-7 record. And the things that we should be doing are the things they're doing. It's a given. Yeah, they do have a 95 overall, 97 overall, and a 92 overall. But, I mean, let's check out our team. We got a 95 overall, a 93 overall, a 96 overall, and then we got an 84 overall and an 85 overall. So, as a whole, I think this is a better team, better looking team. I'm not speaking about the bench. This is a better looking starting 5, I think, than the Warriors. And as you guys see right now, in this month of March, bruh, all W's. I think they kind of finally figured it out, and they're just flat out dominating everybody now. I mean, they did lose that one against the against the Warriors, given. But if you look at every other game in that month of March, they were flat out cooking. So hopefully they carry that over to the playoffs. As you guys see, the winner of the MVP award goes to Stephen Curry, which makes sense. They probably had the best record in the NBA. Lonzo Ball wins Rookie of the Year. I mean, I think that's a little high beast of a vote, but it's a given. I give him that. And then Defensive Player of the Year, Andre Drummond. We're not going to look at that. We're trying to see if we won anything in here. No. None of the Thunder's players won anything. Maybe they won first team on offense or first team on NBA. And nope, nobody playing first team on NBA from nobody on the second team. Okay. So one thing I figured out is those guys all being on a team together would actually hurt their individual careers. And if they can't figure it out on the court, it's going to hurt their individual team career, if you know what I'm saying. DeMarcus Cousins ended up making the third team all NBA. He averaged 17 points, 9 rebounds, but I mean, he's a center, so I guess they just gave it to him because there's no other centers in the league. But I'm really, really surprised Paul George or Westbrook or Anthony Davis didn't make any all-NBA teams. That's definitely one of the biggest surprises so far while I'm doing this. So we are the number 2 seed. The Warriors are the number 1 seed. It's going out just the way I kind of planned it out. Hopefully, it's Warriors and Thunder at the Western Conference Finals. And then if it is, man, it's going to get really, really interesting. The Thunder Rockets, this is going to be an interesting matchup. And then the Warriors Clippers. So the Warriors kind of got an easier way to get to the Western Conference Finals. And the Thunder really do have a test, but I mean, if it's just James Harden and Chris Paul that you're playing against, and you got pretty much 5 All-Stars, future Hall of Famers, I think this should be all right. So we ended up sweeping the Rockets. And of course, Golden State takes care of the Clippers. Did give up 1 game, but it all comes down to this. Oh, I can simulate the first game. Okay, we take the first game. The Thunder take the first game. All right, we're gonna simulate this next game. It's tied 1-1. Okay, let's go. 3-1. So if they win this game, I won't have to play the game 7. Or technically, since there's no sweep, I don't have to play this one too. So hopefully these guys can knock them out in this last game, beat the Warriors, 4-1, and they end up in the finals if they beat the Warriors 4-1. I mean, they just got to beat them, but if they do beat them that way, that'd be pretty cool. See what happens. They're going to beat the Warriors. Oh, they came back. 3-2. Please don't let them come back from 3-1, bro. Please don't let that happen again. Now with the cash you got. Oh.
Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
It's too good now. Now that I've seen what's going on and I haven't played a game, I have to simulate this last one. I have to. I mean, maybe we could just simulate it with Gamecast. This game 7. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, here we go. So far, so good. We're up, but it's going back up. Oh! That happened so fast. Hold up. I was trying to make sure it didn't go too fast, and it went too fast. And now the game's over. And now the Thunder are booted out of the playoffs. 116 to 122. You telling me Russell Westbrook, Paul George as shooting guard, Carmelo Anthony, Anthony Davis, and DeMarcus Cousins can't beat this team's Warriors. I don't know how I feel about that. Put that down below in the comment section. Do you really think that this Warriors team would beat a team built like the team I just put together with the Thunder? I mean, I think it was on the Warriors was the underdogs in that one, just because of who the Thunder have on their team. Just the type of offensive players, the type of bodies, big bodies they have. I thought it was easily gonna be Oklahoma City Thunder, but I guess I was wrong. I want to hear what you guys think though, just because this is such a controversial, interesting topic. I think it'd be pretty cool. And obviously the Warriors are kind of ahead of everybody in the league right now, and a move like this might kind of change that. But according to 2K, it wouldn't change a thing. Warriors still gonna go to the finals. Let's see if they could go ahead and win the whole entire thing. And there you go. The freaking Warriors win again, but this time, well, again, they win 4-1, but this time it's against the Raptors. Wow, surprised me. Didn't expect it to be like that. I thought the Thunder was gonna have enough firepower with adding Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. Didn't end up like that, but I do want to know what you guys think about that in the comment section. Do you think it would really go down like that? Let me know what you think. If you like this idea, man, let me know in the comment section. Hit that like button. Drop down any other ideas or scenarios you'd like to see. And of course, subscribe to the channel, man. You already know the rest, though. Your boy's signing out. Peace.
Look, I got $1 million schemes and $1 billion flows, $1 million schemes and $1 billion. I got $1 million schemes and $1 billion flows. I put my heart in this work, 'cause that's just all that I know. Look.